Now y'all help me make this make sense. Last year I saw Obama chastise black men saying, y'all not supporting this Indian woman. Remember Kamala, who wasn't black, is not black. You know, was, is not. Okay? She's Hindu. She's Indian. But I watched Obama sit there and chastise black men saying, y'all don't want to support this woman. But at the same time, turn around, go to Virginia and campaign against a real natural black woman. Y'all, listen, this let me know one thing. This ain't got nothing to do with color. This ain't got nothing to do with color. It's either God's side or Satan's side. God's side or Satan's side. Nothing to do with color. Pay attention.
And I think that if Mamdani wins with a coalition of voters who have been not all that excited about the Democratic Party over the last few years, I think that's a good thing for the Democrats. And I think if you're in a purple district, say you disagree with some of the things that he does and use that to establish your independent cred.
Well, you make it sound like he's a little more mainstream than I think he is. I mean, the issue now that Andrew Cuomo is bringing up in New York is that he is a Ugandan citizen. Uganda is a country.
Yes, Obama is on the news for about 2 weeks straight. The other day, he had a podcast with Gavin Newsom. If you have been following this channel, you realize I posted that video. People didn't take it lightly. Now going into California, when you take a look at what Elon Musk posted, Zoran is the future of the Democratic Party. Governor Kathy, with your help, we will elect Zoran and we take back America. If you go down the comment section of this video, you will see a lot of people, going crazy. Laura Loomer, he's the future of America if our leaders don't wake up and stop the spread of in America and the West. You think after 2024 they will have come more to the counter, but no, they took a hard left into socialism.
So to me, it just doesn't make any sense at all, the whole thing.
As you acknowledged, this all started because of redistricting in Texas, and this was Trump pushing Republican-controlled states to throw out their current congressional maps so as to cook the books, so that it is less likely for Democrats to retake control of the House during the next year midterms. I mean, is it fair to argue that do you believe that the Republican Party is starting this?
No, Jake. There has been gerrymandering going on for 200 years. There is such extreme gerrymandering going on that in a state like Massachusetts, that has like 40% of the people voting for Trump, they have 0 representatives. The Republican Party has 0 representatives sent to the House. Think about that. In New Mexico, if 45% of the people voted for Trump and voted Republican, and 0 is sent to the House, 0 representative from the Republican Party. So there's gerrymandering, crazy gerrymandering going on all over the country. And we wanted to try to stop it in California, and we did stop it in California, and we went around the country. So I think this whole thing about finger pointing and say they did it, so therefore we should doing it, that's not really the way to go. The one party should outperform the other party. It should be performance. And when it comes to midterm elections, as you know, always the party that is not in the White House usually wins by 20, 25, 30 seats. So what does 5 seats matter in the first place in Texas? It is crazy. We should outperform them. That is where the action is.
Let's talk about another issue you care passionately about. You met with Pope Leo earlier this month to discuss your efforts to...
We're talking here about saving democracy. What I suggest that the way we save democracy nationwide is to really have a proposal like, for instance, the Save Democracy Act.
Okay.
Second point, you have to have fair redistricting, to have independent redistricting commission in each state all over the United States.
Yeah.
And number 3,
except they won't do it.
And number 3, to have a voter ID, so that when you go and vote, People should know that you are that person.
Yes.
Those are all things that they have back in Europe.
Right.
So I come from Europe. I'm giving you just ideas, not that I created those ideas. Those are things that are happening in Europe.
So I am aware that right now, scrolling on social media can feel like you are watching an episode of Scandal. I keep seeing people online saying, what in the B613 is happening right now? I see it.
And I see it. And you're not wrong. So we're not just here to talk about TGIT. We want to talk to you about Prop 50. So, Carrie, what is it?
Prop 50 is California's attempt to stop Republicans from being able to rig the midterm elections before voters even get to the polls.
Remember when someone tried to do that on Scandal? Rig an election? Defiance?
Okay, Tony. Now, let's be honest. You know, I was devastated when I read that script. I couldn't believe that Olivia Pope would do that. But I will give it to you. It's a good metaphor because in some ways, this is kind of similar to Defiance.
Defiance was about manipulating the results of an election.
Yes, when you take a look at these, you can clearly see that Democrats are extremely panicking. Indiana Governor Mike just formally called a special session of the legislation to redistrict the state for the 2026 midterm. Gavin Newsom is not having it. When you take a look at these, look at what Gavin Newsom is putting here. Looks like Governor Brown needs some knee pad. Gavin Newsom is doing this. Now, a different governor is doing something he is doing. He's angry about that. That should tell you a lot. Sometimes when I look at these people, I will laugh all through because they don't understand exactly what they're doing. If Gavin Newsom struggle to succeed with this, a lot of people will fall in line. They will do the same thing.
Instead of rigging voting machines, some politicians are trying to redraw congressional maps in a way that guarantees they win.
So they're not elections turn out. So Prop 50 is California's attempt to make sure that the 2026 midterm elections are conducted in a fair and level playing field without unfair advantages for Republicans. It was signed by Governor Gavin Newsom, who honestly kind of reminds me of Fitz.
Just maybe not as good looking.
Depends on who you ask.
Yes, what gets me annoyed is the fact that this lady can acknowledge that Gavin Newsom is insane. Yeah, she's struggling to counteract this man for simply saying the truth. You know, for a very long time, Democrats were doing this. Yeah, this is not the first time. Gavin Newsom coming now to play this card because he wants to run for president. Everybody understand that the card he is playing. Now, look at what he is doing. Obama came in support of what he did or is struggling to do. He started growing wings. They had a podcast. Obama was actually campaigning for that. Like people should sign, they should come out and do this. You know, when I saw it, now Republican governors are coming out to do something that is even way bigger than this. They are crying everywhere on social media. You will see the level of hypocrisy. You say you want to do this, then allow all governors to do the same thing. CNN put out a poll the other day. They made clear, like, if Gavin Newsom succeed, they should know very well that Republicans will gain more seats. Yeah, this will not change what they are struggling to do. So I don't understand what is their main aim of doing this. We are going to find out in the days ahead. I want to appreciate people supporting me, sharing out my videos. God bless you abundantly. You know, it amazes me sometimes when I put out videos, go through the comment section, see how people are reacting. You know, I feel motivated sometimes, when I see that. I appreciate you. I see your comment. So the short videos, that is for the YT algorithm. You can skip.
Like, I'm just Republicans on the show, but they don't want to come on. They're scared of us. It's like
history. Wait, when I say I'm not going to be apocalyptic, he even gets an off.
If the Democrats
Because how many times do somebody asks
for
J.D. Vance
should be the next president of the United States. If you want to serve in the American...
Give interviews, I don't do that.
J.D. Vance should be the next president of the United States.
Happening at the moment.
Yeah. President Obama is blatant censorship.
Because he says he has a team of fact checkers.
The FCC.
I want them to stop fooling around with my right to say what I feel.
Well, Americans, it's a part of who we are.
Because that is really something that didn't happen before.
Does anybody else watch The View? Because I think there's...
I'm going to say one.
Look, there are certain rules of free speech.
A right to have a television show.
All the same people that are in these polite...
Dave Chappelle.
Without of interest.
I cast my no.
It's so disheartening to me.
Hey, what's up, y'all? What y'all doing? Obama, didn't I tell you to go away?